Hi Year 7, this is just a video to explain your assessment task in case you couldn't join Zoom, or if you'd like to go back and watch it again if you need some extra help. This task is on Tollund Man. So Tollund Man is a bog body. You did a little bit of work on that last week and it's in 3 sections. I'm just going to open this task notification for sections 1 and 2. It tells you that your task is not due till week 10, Friday the 10th of September. So you've got to the end of the term to work on this and submit it. You are going to have 3 lessons online after today to work on it as well. Okay, let's see what we have to do. Like I said, it's in 3 parts. Part 1 is some research on Tollund Man. Part 2 is a time capsule. And part 3 is a digital presentation. There is a link here which will help you do some research on Tollund Man, but you might have to do some other Google searching as well. So you're going to type directly in this document. I've made a copy for each of you, so when you click on it, you can type straight in it. So part 1 is about Tollund Man. It tells you that he was a naturally mummified corpse from the 4th century, and he was found in a bog in Denmark. So he's been very well preserved. Lots of people actually thought he was a murder victim at the time, not a 1,000-year-old man. So what you're going to do is, first of all, the name of the body's been done here, so you don't need to do anything for this. But you're going to get half a mark for telling me when he lived, the time period and the century, and what that tells, what does this body tell us about the society and the time he lived in. So if you do a bit of research and you have a look at the body and how he was found, it will tell you something about that time period which he's from. Okay, so even though he's found in 1950, that's not when Tollund Man lived. So you need to do some research. Question 2 asks you to describe why he's so well preserved. So you need to find out why him being buried in that bog has preserved his body so well. There's something to do with the components in a bog that help with preservation. So you'll need to research that. Now you can see the lines here for you to type. It's worth 2 marks. Please use full sentences. Here you're listing 3 pieces of archaeological evidence that were found with Tollund Man and describe what they are. So you list the first thing he was found with here, and then you give a sentence describing what that artifact is. So you need to do that 3 times. So 3 things that he was found with. Okay, section 4. You're going to use evidence found at the site, so the bog site, to explain the most likely theory as to how Tollund Man died. So the 3 things that he have found with give us clues about how he might have died, okay? There's lots of information on this, so like I said, you do need to do research, you need to do some reading, and then you need to write your answer in a paragraph using TXXC. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are very familiar with TXXC yet, but basically it's an acronym to help you structure your paragraph. I'm going to put up a little scaffold next lesson to help you with that. Basically, the T is for topic, so you have a topic sentence. The first X is where you expand and give more information to answer the question. The second X is an example, so you might need to refer to a specific example and say, for example, Tollund Man was found with a so-and-so, and then you explain what that means. And then the last one is a conclusion. I'm going to put a little scaffold on Google Classroom next lesson to help you with this bit, because it is trickier than the others, okay? All right, that's part 1. Part 2 is the time capsule. So you're now going to have a theory on how you think Tollund Man died. He was buried with a range of items from 2,400 years ago. So pretty much finding him we found a day frozen in time from when he lived. It tells historians all the things about people from that time, because the things he picked to be buried with, or that they put with him, tell us something about Tollund Man. So what you're going to do is imagine that you're leaving behind 3 items that would be important to the 21st century. So we live in the 21st century now. Let's say, for example, you were making a time capsule to bury in the ground or to leave with you, and you wanted those 3 things to accurately represent you and the world you live in. So you're going to pick 3 things. Let's say, for example, you pick your iPhone. So you're going to list iPhone here, and then you describe why the iPhone is important to the 21st century. So this is going to be just a name of the item, but the description must be a full sentence, and it must describe why that item is important to you and to the world you live in. What does it help you to do? Why does it represent our 21st century? Okay, so the example I gave you was an iPhone. You can use that if you like. It's probably the most common thing people will do, but then try and pick 2 others as well of your own. Okay, that's sections 1 and 2. Part 3 is a digital presentation, and it tells you complete in Google Slides. So once you have finished, you're going to turn that in, but remember you've still got till week 10, so you don't have to rush through it. When you get to part 3, you're making a digital presentation on Tollund Man, okay? And we've just set up these blank slides for you. You can go and edit them, make them look pretty, add pictures, do whatever you like to it, but please just leave this title slide here and just add your name. So you're going to click here and just type your name, okay? So I would write mine in, even though I'm not doing the task, okay? After this and the task description, you can do anything you like to the slides to make them look however you'd like. Let's have a look at what you've got to do. So, archaeologists discover and examine bodies of humans that date as far back as thousands of years ago. These bodies were either preserved on purpose, like pharaohs in ancient Egypt who get mummified, or it could just be lucky by chance, like Otzi the Iceman, okay, because he was in that cold ice conditions. When he died, he just got frozen. So that just happened naturally, whereas mummies in Egypt were purposely preserved. Your job is to use the internet to research, and your research from parts 1 and 2 and other resources on Tollund Man, to create a 2 to 3 minute presentation using all of that information. So basically this is your summary of everything you've found. You're putting it together to answer these W questions. Who was Tollund Man? When did he live? Maybe when was he found? Where did he live? Where was he found specifically? How did he die? And how was he so well preserved? So you're going to answer those questions. I would probably make a slide for each. So I'd have a slide for who was he? When did he live? Where was he found? Okay, so make slides for each to try and keep it organised. Include pictures, give as much information as possible. And you're also going to give 2 pieces of archaeological evidence, or 2 artefacts that were found with Tollund Man, and you're going to say why they're important. So back in section 1, when you listed those artefacts here, they're the things that you're going to put in for this part here in your slides. So basically this is gathering the information from the internet, finding out about him, and then this part is putting it all together in a little presentation. Now we did originally want this to be something that you presented and spoke to. That's why it's got 2 to 3 minutes. So if you're feeling confident, like you did for your livability project, it would be a good idea to maybe record yourself speaking over the slides, or just like what I'm doing here, doing a screen capture where I'm talking to my slides to explain them. That would get you the best marks. If you can't do that and you're not confident, just making the slides is okay. You'll still get a good amount of marks for making some really detailed and engaging slides. Okay? If you're confused at all, please feel free to ask for help. Okay, your teachers are here. I'm here to help you. On this other document as well, are the marking rubrics, so it tells you how we're marking you. So it's a good idea to have a little look over that, particularly for the slides. It says to get a 9 or a 10 out of 10. You have to have an outstanding explanation to answer all of those questions about who, when, where, and how. You have to effectively use your digital technology. So use the slides well. You have to use technology to communicate using full sentence responses. That's really important. Okay, I've said it a few times. Don't just give me one word or half a sentence that doesn't start with a capital letter and doesn't have a full stop. You must present this in a sophisticated manner and make sure that it has full sentences and it's correctly punctuated with capital letters and full stops. Okay? All right, if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm online all the time and I'm here to help you. All right, good luck.